If you're watching our channel, you know we just took an epic first retirement trip in our RV. And it only took us 2 weeks until we were tired of the cold again.
It's cold. It's cold. It is way, way too cold.
So we headed to the storage lot because what the heck, we're retired. Did our pre-travel day checks, had to do a few maintenance items, and got ready to hit the road. We have no reservations, no place to stay tonight. Folks, we are just winging it.
Wish us luck.
So we headed out at 5 a.m. for our 13-hour journey south. Because this,
I cannot take this cold,
is never happening again. You must really want to get away from the cold. You've been driving for 4 hours, non-stop. Not even a restroom break.
No.
You hate the cold that much, John?
Yes.
You know, we learned a lot on our journey down to the Florida Keys. Traveling as retirees was very different than traveling when we were working. And we're going to share with you some of the mistakes we made on that trip once we get to our final destination.
All right, I think I'm gonna feel this one. We'll see.
And now we're in Kenley.
Yep, and it's 12:21.
Right. So, and I know you want to try to get as far as we can tonight. Look at you, you're dancing. You're really happy to be in this warmer weather here in North Carolina, right?
It's like 72 out here.
It's such a difference from home. I'm like, I'm going to change out of my turtleneck. Do you want to eat our leftovers that we have in the fridge from last night that we brought from home, which will probably take us about 30 minutes, or do you just want to like grab a snack, get on the road, and just like keep on going?
You know me, keep on going.
I'm afraid to see what that pump says.
Oh, it's going to say
When
something
you're done,
good.
It's not going to be that good, John. It's going to be really expensive. I'm scared.
$1 million. Okay, not that much.
I don't know, John. I don't know about you. Hey, I see you back there. How much is this extra trip costing us?
It was $238.73.
I mean, because if you filled up the tank, that's a lot different than it being a half a tank.
No, it's almost, it's over 3/4 of a tank. It's about maybe 60 gallons.
How much more is that than usual?
Yeah, it is slightly more.
Tank was full, but where were we going to sleep that night?
We'll get to the Welcome Center. I've already mapped it, and we'll go there and we'll ask if we can stay. If they say we can't, we can just drive to a rest stop, or we can go into Pooler and see if someone will let us stay there. We'll just figure it out. It's part of the adventure.
This is the Welcome Center in Georgia. It's the very first Welcome Center in Georgia. I guess this area is what? Considered Savannah-ish?
It's north of Savannah, yeah.
To move my legs.
I know.
We've been sitting in that RV for 5 hours now?
Only 4.
No, it was over 4, John.
You had a break?
I can't do that.
Flying J.
That was like 5 hours ago.
It's great.
I hear so much stuff about truckers not liking it when RVers stay in the rest stops, the rest areas, and the spaces. Now this one has tons of spaces.
Yes, lots.
And I'm kind of torn about staying here. It's like we didn't have any other place to go. But then I don't want to take the spot away from somebody who's working. But what is the right etiquette for that?
In our defense, there are 2 other RVs here too.
Yeah, but what is the proper etiquette? I mean, is it supposed to be available for everybody?
Yes.
Is it wrong for us to park here?
It said
overnight?
It said buses, and it says trucks. And
it didn't say RVs.
Well, everything else goes here. It's like cars only over here.
I know. I'm just wondering. You know,
I know, but there are plenty of spaces. The spaces start over there. They go over there. There's 2 rows on this side. They go all the way around to that side, and there's a wait station right here that has more spaces.
You know me, I just always want to try to be considerate. Yeah. Oh, look, John, the sun is setting right behind us.
I know.
You see that? This rest area is like one of my second favorites. I think my first favorite was one in Florida when we were going out to the Florida Keys that we didn't get any video of, but it was like an amazing rest stop because it had like playgrounds and everything else.
Yeah.
This one has lots of eating areas. And it even has a little swing over there.
Oh yeah, it has a little bench swing. It's so tight in here.
It was a little tight with the slides in, but hey, we were just happy to have a place to spend the night.
So we made it through the night. John's out doing the circle check, checking the connections on the Jeep. It's like we're in good shape.
Everything's good. Can we go now?
We made a quick stop at Buc-ee's. We lucked out and got an end spot so we could put our slides out, but we still had to figure out where we were going to stay for the rest of this trip.
So we are staying at Encore. We were able to get 2 nights here. We're kind of just, they're a little bit more than we wanted to pay, but it's been a nice stay here. But we've been on the go a lot since we've been here as well.
Well, it is roughly half the price of where we were thinking about staying, though.
Well, going back to the Disney's Wilderness would have been just way too expensive. So it was decently priced, I have to say, for where it's at. So anyway, just real quick, I'll show you the site. It's very simple, full hookups. There's a picnic table over there. This is the standard site, but the sites definitely change as you get closer and closer to the office. Like they move up, they step up, and you know, those are the people that were willing to pay more. And
Right.
I'm still hanging on to a little bit of that that financial anxiety. So we wanted to talk to you guys about our trip to the Keys and kind of like some of the things that we did wrong or some of the things that we didn't expect. Probably one of the biggest things is that, you know, when we're both working, we know that we have always an airplane. We know that we have financial security. We know, we have a certain amount coming in every month. And I felt, I didn't mind splurging on things quite regularly.
Right.
Would you say that's true?
That is very true, yes.
And I think that on this trip, it was our first trip without getting that paycheck. And I was just a little bit, I'm frugal to begin with, and I was just a little bit nervous about spending money. And like everything we wanted to do, it was like, how much is this going to cost? How much is that going to cost? Are we going to be able to pay for it? And I think that's in a normal adjustment period.
Yes.
But I think it did have some impact on the choices that we made while we were there. Hi. How you doing? I don't know about movie stars though. I forgot where we left off because look, if you ever see us and you're out there, stop us and say hi. And that's just what happened. Oh, I know I was talking about money anxiety.
Money anxiety.
They were just telling me about my money anxiety as well.
She said you need to let it go.
I do need to let it go. And so I think that was one thing. I think the other thing that kind of happened to us on this trip that we weren't prepared for is how much stuff we actually had to take with us and how much room we didn't have. I have got to come up with a better storage plan in the RV. So for the Florida Keys trip, right, we had to pack a lot. We packed a lot more food than we normally pack, so our pantry was busting at the seams.
It was.
We packed just some more supplies than we normally would have, more clothes than we would normally have, and we realized we didn't have the space for all the stuff that we were packing because we're used to being part-timers, going on the weekend or for, maybe a week-long vacation. We did Yellowstone, that was 3 weeks, and that was a lot, but I think we've forgotten all the lessons from Yellowstone because it was years ago.
It was.
So that was the other thing that we did, that I think that we'll need to adjust.
Yeah, because we cook more now. When you're a weekender, you can try out the local foods and just go out and eat something and then come back, especially when you're working. You don't mind, hey, let's try this restaurant we saw when we passed in town,
But it gets very expensive if you do that when you're RVing all the time.
Yes, it does.
Yep. And the other thing is, now this is probably the biggest mistake that we've made, John.
Yeah.
I think you're going to agree with me, is that we didn't plan it right. We were still, I think, in the mindset of we spend, you know, a few days here, a few days there.
Right. We were
And
spending.
we really should have spent at least 2 months in the Keys.
Probably so.
But then the other thing was, because my retirement wasn't exactly planned, like we didn't say, okay, on this date, like a year out or whatever. I just kind of came home one day and said, I'm tired of working.
I think you were tired of seeing me not working.
Yeah, that's part of it too. And so we just kind of made that decision, right?
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
like a month to plan out. And planning a vacation in the Florida Keys or time in the Florida Keys, a lot of people do it a year in advance. So it was really hard finding some place to stay. And we were so lucky, weren't we?
We were.
We were very fortunate and very blessed because we found some great places to stay in the Keys.
We did. We did.
And that military base was amazing. If you haven't seen that video, you've got to check out our stay in Key West.
Yes.
Because for $30 a night, I don't think you'd find that anyplace else.
No, not in Key West. This was in Key West.
And I guess we should have been more prepared for this.
Especially after Yellowstone.
Things started breaking on us. Like we got back at home and there was so much stuff. We're still fixing it. There's so
We
much
are.
stuff that had to be fixed.
It's little stuff though. At nickel and dimes, like one of our windows, we couldn't turn the handle anymore. It's stripped. So I had to order those. A headlight went out. I mean, random stuff. The windshield wipers decided they wanted to quit, both at the same time. So
The screw in the stair that just decided
Oh, yeah,
they didn't want to support the stairs anymore.
it left somewhere along the way. It said bye. Yeah, the awning decides it wants to try to deploy while we're driving all of a sudden. So it needed a battery replacement, which I have to go up on the roof to do. So, I mean, there's that. And there are a lot of other little tiny things that just need to be put back in place or fixed.
So just tiny stuff, but
Yeah.
still, it was a lot.
It adds up.
Yeah. And was there anything else that you can think of, John, that like you
Oh.
learned from this trip, or things that we just weren't expecting?
Well, I need to be better prepared as far as where I get fuel, because I hate being a gasoline RV, especially when my pump is all the way in the rear, because gas stations aren't built for me.
Oh
And,
my
and the truck stops, they don't have gas.
And yeah, we ran into a big problem heading to Key West. After we left the Harvest Host in Homestead, John couldn't find a gas station. We found one gas station, in the first one, and that would have fit us, but it was super busy, and
Yep.
somebody was already at the pump,
Yep.
and we couldn't park there
No,
because nobody else would have been able to come and go.
right, we were blocking a travel lane. An RV was there, and he was in no hurry to get out, so.
And we said, how hard could it be to find another gas station?
Oh boy, yeah, the ones leading to the Keys were very small.
Yeah.
So we did eventually find one, and we fit in there and got gas, but it was just nerve-wracking.
And so I think one of the other things too that we didn't think about was like doing something like 1,000 trails
Yes,
where we can get discounts.
right.
So I think that's something else we're going to start looking into.
Yeah, because we could use the savings,
Yep. So we've learned so much from this trip.
in just a short time of being retired.